When you return tests or quizzes back to students, what do the students do with them? Do they look at them and turn to their neighbor and compare and see who got a higher score or who won? Or do they look through the assessment items and the feedback you wrote to learn from their mistakes? I'm going to show you a simple way to help students actually learn from mistakes on tests and quizzes. Of course, we all want students to read the copious notes we wrote down on items as feedback. But so often students don't even read our feedback. Instead, they see their overall score, they flip through the items quickly to see which ones they got right or wrong, and then they determine that their score is their worth in math. I got a 73% on this test, so I am worth 73%. Helping students to actively and intentionally learn from mistakes on tests and quizzes helps the students to understand that those assessments aren't just for a score on a report card, but that the assessments help both the teacher and the students to identify what the student understands or what the student might be struggling with. Then, with a strong feedback loop, the students can read the teacher notes, and both the student and the teacher can work together to refine understanding. So, how do we get students to actually read those teacher feedback notes? Here's a simple strategy that I have seen work time and time again. Don't write the final score or any item scores on the actual test that you hand back. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Don't write the score on the test. Continue to write down all of the feedback and the teacher notes that you typically write on those tests and quizzes, but don't write the score. When you take away the score, the students can actually internalize what you wrote. Instead of thinking, I'm worth 73 because I got a 73%, then shoving the test away into a folder, the student will focus on the actual written feedback. Of course, at some point, we do want to show the students the actual final score, but don't let that be the first thing they see. A number score doesn't help the student actually learn. So the next time you're correcting a test or a quiz, consider not writing the score on the paper so that the feedback you give to them can be internalized more. Have a great day, all.